Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited. I have the second half of the beeswax wrap video ready for you. I did start ahead of time just because like I said, I don't know how to edit videos yet, so I will be learning how to eventually, but for now, I'm just going to do it this way, so bear with me. But I have my 100% cotton fabric facing pretty side down, so the more colorful side is facing down. And now I have my beeswax wrap that has already been mixed with jojoba oil. So I have 6 tablespoons of beeswax wrap, or beeswax, and I have 1.5 teaspoons of jojoba oil in this mixture. And I will, in another video, show you how to do that over a double boiler. It's not very hard. It can be messy. This is kind of a messy project, but the wonderful thing about beeswax is that it's not going to hurt you, and all you have to do is put hot water and like a washcloth over the surface that the beeswax wrap or the beeswax has been on. It's not really... It's kind of tedious to get off sometimes, but it's not impossible. So this is kind of a messier project, but it's not too bad. So I have my beeswax with my jojoba oil mixture, and I have a little grater that I use just for beeswax. This stays inside my cupboard with the rest of my beeswax wrap stuff. And I only use this for beeswax because, and same with this pan, even though I have it coated with aluminum foil, I still only use this pan for beeswax just because it's kind of a messy project, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it is a messier project, but now the oven is preheated. Anyway, you can use any pan size really. If you have an older pan, you want to repurpose it, you can use this. It's great for that. And then I have this little brush that I'm going to use to help spread the beeswax over the top of the cloth as it's melted. And that way I don't have to use paper towels for this, because I want to be able to be as eco-friendly as possible while I'm making my eco-friendly products. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, and now I'm getting ready to finish grating the rest of the beeswax on the cloth, and I'm going to use about 2 to 4 tablespoons of beeswax mixture with the jojoba oil in it, so that'll be about 3 to 4 tablespoons of beeswax across the wrap. So I'm going to pause it and finish doing that, and then I will show you how I put it in the oven. Now that my oven has preheated to 225 degrees, and I have about 3 to 4 tablespoons of beeswax wrap on here, or beeswax wrap. I don't know why I keep calling it beeswax wrap, but beeswax for your beeswax wrap. Anyway, I probably put a little bit too much beeswax on here, but I wanted to make sure there was enough on here for this video, which I don't think we'll have any problems, but I'll show you the cooking process about halfway through. And I'm just going to pop this into the oven and probably let it sit there for 2 to 3 minutes, and or until it's melted a little bit more, and then I will show you what I do to help spread it across. I fibbed, guys. You're going to need to put it at about 250, but I mean, it's not too difficult. Each oven is a little bit different even, so it's just melting the wax. It's not something super difficult. So if the heat setting that you have it on isn't melting it quick enough or whatever, then just bump it up a little bit. But I would keep it under 290 though, just so you don't have it become too smoky. So that being said, I fibbed. Put it on 250, or play around with how hot it is. It just depends on everybody else's stove. Alright, and as you can see, it's not quite melted. I don't know if you can see that yet or not, but I'm going to pull it out for you. So, the beeswax isn't quite melted on it, and so I'm going to take my brush, just kind of smooth that around in places where I see that it might need it to be, whoops, or it might need to be just melted a little bit more in other places where it's bare. And if you need to, you can add more beeswax if you're just kind of eyeballing it and you're like, I don't really know how much wax. It doesn't have to be too complicated, guys. Like, this is a super easy project. Like I told you, this is seriously one of those eco-friendly projects that I was like, why did I not know about this earlier? So, as you can see, I'm just smoothing it out. Now I'm gonna put it back in there to melt a little bit more and see if I need to add a little bit more beeswax, because I did just kind of eyeball this. Okay, so it is just about done. And so I'm just going to keep spreading the beeswax out over the cloth. Make sure it's just nice and smooth so we don't have any foaming bubbles on the other side, and that it's melted all the way through. And then I'm going to pull this out of my oven and set it on top of my stovetop. Let it cool for about a minute, and then peel it off and hang it up on a... I have a piece of fishing wire that my partner has hooked up for me in my living room so that my wraps can dry. So your wraps are going to be hot, but you can pull them up like this and check and make sure that they look clean and smooth on the other side. And so this wrap is ready to be pulled up and hung up to dry. Alright guys, I wanted to show you what I hang it on. It's literally a fishing line on 2 eyelets hanging in my living room. And I just let these dry up here, and as you can see, this one's already starting to dry, and then I just take all of the little extra ends off of there, and yeah, I'll show you when it's completely done. And now we're back over to the countertop, and you can see it's like a sheet, and I can fold it, and I can wrap my food with it and create like little seals. I think this is absolutely adorable. You're my end of the rainbow. I think these are super cute. So yeah, that's beeswax wrap, and you can use it within about 5 minutes. Just depends how long it takes for it to cool. But yeah, it's ready to use and ready to cover your food. So I mean, it's pretty simple. It can be a little bit time consuming, and it's a little bit of a messy project, but I mean, I don't really have to do much of anything with them. I still have several of my practice ones that I haven't had to pop in the oven or reseason or anything, and it's been almost 2 or 3 months now, so I've washed them many times since then. So yeah, I mean, they really hold up nicely. I really like them a lot. I don't recommend putting I don't recommend putting meat in your beeswax wraps though. But that being said, that's the end of this video. Be blessed, guys, and go make your own wraps.